Hello guys, today we're going to review the graphic novel Creatures of the Night, written by Neil Gaiman and drawn by Michael Zulli. But before we continue, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when new content comes out. Creatures of the Night is the graphic novel adaptation published by Dark Horse for a hardcover format of two stories written by Neil Gaiman, The Prize and The Daughter of Owls. Michael Zulli, who collaborated with Neil Gaiman in the Wake story arc of The Sandman, provides the artwork. Todd Klein does the lettering for the graphic novel. The cover, done by Michael Zulli, shows aspects of both stories with a cat and an owl appearing and provides an intriguing invitation for the reader. It certainly is eye-catching. The Prize tells the story of a family that adopted a black cat that turned out to be more than just a pet. Throughout the stay of the cat with the family, the father notices various injuries to the cat, and almost every day more injuries appear on the cat's body. The father then investigates the source of the injuries of the cat, and what he discovers shakes him to the core. The Daughter of Owls is about a town called Dimpton where a baby was found on the steps of its church. The people discovered that the baby held an owl pellet, which led the people to believe that the baby was cursed, and she was called the Daughter of Owls. The baby is then given to an old nun who lived in isolation to be taken care of. The girl grows up to become the most beautiful in the realm, but is devoid of any speech nor social skills since she lived in isolation when the nun who took care of her died. The men of the town eventually get word of her beauty and hatch a plan to ravish her. With The Prize, Neil Gaiman is at the top of his game, providing the reader, especially those who are cat lovers, with a scenario that is very much familiar but given a heartbreakingly sad twist. The patriarch of the family narrates a story with a very nervous tone that fits the material, and he is characterized as kind yet with a very human side, which ends the story in a tension-filled, ambiguous manner which will drive the reader nuts because of the implications and its genius. Gaiman tugs at the heart of cat lovers everywhere and does so with a skill that is worth the admiration. The story talks about themes of humanity and sacrifice and asks questions that are not so easily answered. The Daughter of Owls is sadly weak, especially when it is compared side to side with The Prize. One is reminded of those cautionary medieval tales we used to study in college. There really is no character for the reader to empathize with, as there is a detached tone to the narration. There really isn't anything new in the story for it to really stick. It felt like more of a writing exercise for Neil than a full-blown work. And putting it after The Prize does it a great disservice since the flaws of the story are heightened by the arrangement. Following a brilliant story like The Prize gives The Daughter of Owls no room to soar. The art by Zulli is of course exquisite, one that can easily find its place in highbrow galleries and museums. With Creatures of the Night, Zulli slightly adjusted his line work. In The Prize, Zulli has a more grungy look for his art, especially with his people, while the art in The Daughter of Owl fits perfectly in a medieval setting with a touch of fantasy. The colors are a little more subdued compared to his work in The Wake, which also is appropriate for this set of stories as the pair has a darker tone to them as opposed to The Wake, which was more ponderous and hopeful. All in all, Creatures of the Night is a good purchase for lovers of fantasy. While the pairing is kind of imbalanced in terms of narrative quality, the art of Zulli and the excruciatingly tragic brilliance of The Prize makes the work worthy of recommendation. This is something that people can really enjoy. So that's the Creatures of the Night graphic novel by Gaiman and Zulli from Dark Horse Comics. This has been Kulas for Tambay Reviews. Thank you for watching. Keep on playing.